Hey everyone, the Modern Native here. I am out in, let's call it the deep woods. And it's just as a thunder and lightning storm is passing. I was planning on doing a Lost in the Storm survival shelter. Still gonna do something like it, but I was hoping for some dramatic lightning and thunder. It would have been awesome. But this is what I got. It's soggy, still raining, might come back around, but stay tuned. I'm going to do a wet fire start. Also going to do a shelter because I didn't bring anything with me, but you know, you need a shelter. So I'm going to get that going. Stay tuned. I am at a spot that I have picked out previously. I made just a quick throw together little bench to sit on for my wife. When I showed her the spot before, there's a little rock fire pit and an old camp chair that someone had left out in the woods way down deep. So I found them and I brought them here. And so this is all I'm working with. Just a wet, soggy area and nothing. So I just wanted to show everybody I brought my pack. It's very simple. My Grail GeoPress water filter. I have not demonstrated that or featured that in a film yet, but I will. I brought my survival shovel, my hatchet, my little tiny little, most people wouldn't even call it a first aid kit, but I do. It's just toothpicks, Q-tip, Ambisol for my tooth pain, and ace bandage, and I think a cool towel. I don't know. But I brought a little bit of food with me, and it's just some oatmeal and grits that I mixed up together with a little bit of flavoring stuff in it. And I brought my cook kit. And I believe that is it. But that's all I brought with me. I'm going to do a soggy, Lost in the Storm survival shelter. Wow, that steam is rising off of me. That's nuts. Anyway. Alright, so what I got started with here is I took 2 Y saplings. They were not going to be around for much longer because they were all sorts of blocked out by other trees and they just weren't going to make it. So, and I crossed them and then braced a longer sapling in the trees here to lock in the 2 Y branches where they crisscrossed to make it nice and stable. So far, I'm going to try to do this as a no cordage shelter build. Working out so far. Let's keep it going. So the next step in my process here has been taking a couple more saplings and draping them across the Y. One there. There. And I braced another one in that tree. A little sapling there. All of it's nice and pretty well and secure. It's not holding any weight. All it's going to be is just, like I said, a survival shelter, emergency shelter, no cordage. Just braced together, lean-to, teepee, longhouse kind of hybrid, debris shelter kind of thing. So here we have the skeleton, bare bones, the start of a survival shelter. I've got the start of the cover. I've used the existing leaves and branches that were on the saplings that I crisscrossed up. Crisscross them, there's my original crisscross. Got the fire pit, has some cover. No, it is not waterproof, obviously, there's a ton of holes. But I have a little bit more cover than I did before. Not getting as wet. And I can keep adding to this as I go. And I know that It's definitely providing cover because there's already a lot more mosquitoes in here than there are when I step right out here. No, it's not really raining anymore, but as I fill this in, I'm going to fill in this wall here, this spot here, and then the roof going back, and that'll provide cover for this little spot. And it doesn't look like much, but a tree that went down. Oh, a little weird like. That is the starts of my survival shelter. Now I am going to start a soggy wet fire and make a little bit of food because it's still early as crap in the morning. This took me, I don't know, less than an hour. Yeah, less than an hour. It's 6:05 in the morning. 0600 for you military folks. Thank you for serving. But yes, this is the start. It took me less than an hour. I can keep going with it, but in a survival situation, I would make it smaller. Obviously, all that I have here would make an awesome full-size shelter. And still the steam rising off of me. Are you kidding me? So, okay. Making a fire, making some food. Alright, so it took a minute and trying to time it with screwing with the camera and getting it lit. I just couldn't do it right at the minute. And I was fighting with mosquitoes and I just wanted to get this going. But I wanted to show you guys my favorite personal fire lay. The teepee. Especially in wet conditions. Setting it up like a teepee. The inner layer that you actually got burning dries out the outer layer just with heat alone, and as it falls in, it's ready to burn. It's one of the easiest ones to just set it up and let it burn down. It burns down into just a little circle of a bunch of spikes sticking in, or you can keep adding to it layer by layer, and it just keeps going down and falling in on itself, and it just makes it for a really good long burn. But I got it going. Got some smoke around so I can get the mosquitoes out of here. Super happy about that. But sorry I couldn't show you guys the full fire start and everything. I will say I did end up using some of the junk mail that I carry with me as, you know, part of my emergency fire starter kit. You know, it's what it's there for. So I used some of the mail, got that lit, just some paper and crap, and got the little stuff lit. Built a little teepee to start getting the little twigs lit, and then I got it going. Survival teepee fire in the rain, in the middle of the storm. It's been thunder and lightning on and off. Under our improvised shelter. Sorry, caught a little smoke in the throat. But yeah, so fire in the woods. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it is raining super hard. And yeah, it's a little bit on camera, but I'm actually not getting that wet in comparison of what I would be. I literally brought nothing out here with me just to try this out and to have a little experiment, but next to the fire, it's not bad. I'm mostly protected. I could have really done more, but I wanted to get the fire going. But it's not bad. I will say this. Mother Nature had something to say about my shelter not being done, because she straight up downpoured on me, like horrendous downpour. I had to step underneath a thicker spot underneath my shelter to actually stay dry, but I stayed mostly protected, and my fire is still going. Still going nice, but Mother Nature did not like me saying that my shelter was fine. Nope. Got it on camera. Some Quick Oats survival grits with fruit, peanut butter, and some cinnamon and maple syrup for flavoring on what's left of the survival teepee fire. I know I say survival a lot, but I'm doing this in a survival scenario in the middle of a storm with next to nothing. All I used for the shelter was just an axe, well, a hatchet, my camp hatchet, to chop down and chop up the things that I needed to make the shelter. And then I just gathered some sticks on the ground, sitting underneath other trees, hoping that they were drier than the rest of the crap that's sitting around all soaked. So, yeah, survival scenario complete. I have made my survival grits. And I say that because I combined quick oats, a little bit of grits, some dried fruit, a scoop of peanut butter, and some pancake syrup, and some cinnamon. I just threw it in a cup and brought it out here in a plastic bag to throw in the water once I had it heated up. Well, bam. Scenario complete. Like I said before, this is just the very bare bones start of my what may end up being a semi-permanent bushcraft camp where I come out and show you guys some stuff. Got my fire re-going so that way I can dry out a little bit before I go and hike out. But yeah, there you go. I took the top off of my seat bench. There was a little colony of ants forming, so there's that. But like I said, bare bones. I am going to continue to do much more to make it more stable, more secure, more waterproof. I will be putting a real roof structure type thing on it. So don't judge it just yet. This is just what I laid out just to do the, oh crap, I'm stuck in the woods in the middle of a storm and I need to throw something over my head to give me just a little bit of protection. So it works-ish. I'd say about 30%. So just to start. This is a very wet, very soggy day. I am the modern native. Stay in the woods. Get out there. Enjoy it. Get in the wild. Be a native. And go beast. Next time.